Um, I think it's had a huge impact because it's even though like I don't plan on like it's not like my main course of study or anything. Like I prefer mathematics and chemistry. It's really outlined a path in high school. Like I had the option of going into choir or doing other things, but I took a computer lit class freshman year, and then I didn't really have much else to do because I didn't know what to do, and so it ended up being a huge component of my high school career because it got me involved in a community of a bunch of friends and teachers that I got to get to know, and it's uh, even though it may not have an effect on my academic career, it's still like very prominent in my high school career. Um, as I said before, like I don't plan on going into computer science. I plan on going into chemistry, but it's still like it's broadened my ability to um, get different careers or go different career paths. And it's like I didn't just choose this class because like I needed it. I chose it because I wanted to, and it allows me to do several things with chemistry if I choose not to like something. And also it just doesn't narrow my field because my main problem was I was afraid I was going to have a narrow field and like, oh, I can only be a teacher. Instead, it now allows me to actually be involved in certain companies that may need applicable use of computer science. Um, I think it's really, really valuable because uh, the way the school system is changing constantly, and it's starting to change more and more towards using computers and computer science. So, like, coding is probably going to be eventually like a core class, right? Because it's just so essential to so many things in life, and it's growing. The importance of it's growing and growing, and so I think it's really valuable to learn it and just also understand how it works. Um, I'm not sure if it's the case of all computer science classes, but the ones that I've taken, it's a lot of independence. So it teaches you to manage your workload and manage when to get things done. So it's like, and it's also a lot of self-research. Like in other classes, you're like, here's the coursework. We're going to learn this today, and then you're going to have homework on it. It's completely different. Like we don't have homework. Homework is just doing the projects, but it's all just purely independent. It's like, okay, I know I need to get this done, and you have to be motivated to get that done. Um, Sad as it is, it's not something from like Java or C++. Despite like working hard on those classes, it's actually something probably from game design too, where I really really enjoyed, and I got through several of the projects very quickly. And so some of the projects I got to spend a lot of time on, and and I was a very weird coder in terms of computer and game design because I wasn't making things that like looked cool. I was making things that functionally worked good to me, like well for me, and so like some of the projects like Tetris and stuff like that. Like I put a lot of work in to make sure that things worked well and looked right. Not necessarily is beautiful, but it just worked right, I guess, and that was really fun. Just overall computer lit, basically like just understanding how a computer works, what these things mean. It's helped in math class because there's a lot of things in computer science that are fundamental parts of mathematics. Like, granted, we do have a unit for truth tables in math, so that's very helpful to have computer science. But and like I said, like it kind of introduces you to the college environment because it's a lot of independence on your own work, and there are deadlines, and there are and it's basically like kind of like a college class would be laid out. It's like you basically have all these projects, and then you have you have a final, and whatnot. Like it feels like it makes you a lot more independent and confident in your own working ability.